this rising hatred, we should not dismiss it in its entirety. I do sense some fear in our community. Like look, I'm a political podcast.
Hmm.
I don't expect politics from you, but I know you do care for the community at the
Hmm.
same time.
Yeah.
So all these things that this hatred against our community, especially in North America. Now there was a giant rally in Australia where people specifically mentioned Indians.
Hmm.
So, how do we as a community deal with it? Now, I'll tell you where things got really screwed up for us. I'm sure you heard the news of the unfortunate incident at the Florida Turnpike of
Yeah.
the trucker,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, when I started digging up the facts of the case, lo and behold, the trucker came on a false claim to America. He claimed he was oppressed in India.
Hmm.
Then he he did what he did. He took a wrong U-turn. 3 people lost their lives, unfortunately. He went to jail. And then I don't know who started that fucking petition, but that petition was the worst thing that could have happened to our community
Which petition?
to reduce his sentence. That
Uh,
petition. And then everybody starts. I didn't sign that petition. Somebody from within the community, Punjabi, had sent it to me. I said, "Are you guys fucking insane? You're digging your own grave. Don't do this." And then, because my stand has always been Indians don't deserve asylum status. Indians are not oppressed in India.
hmm.
They don't deserve asylum status. I
Hmm.
just it You are not North Korea.
Hmm.
In fact, probably Pakistani atheists have a case. Indians don't in that
Right.
sense. You're still a democracy. You don't get to play that oppression card in the asylum game. And then this guy does what he does, and today the entire community has to pay the price for it, and even the innocent Sikh community has to pay the price for all this bullshit that's happening. I'm really concerned about it because see what happens with the innocent Sikh community is that the pagdi stands out.
Yeah.
You and me, we don't stand out.
Yeah.
The pug stands out.
Absolutely.
And that's what scares me the most.
Hmm.
That again, a micro minority of loon bags
Hmm.
who do what they do for an imaginary Khalistan. And it is an imaginary Khalistan. You know what? Next time you come to India, we'll go to Punjab together.
Hmm.
I will take you to Punjab. And you will start laughing. He's like, what the hell? There's nothing over here. And these things eventually have a trickle down effect. And that's what worries me. Because the irony is, the guy came to America, this trucker, claiming asylum on a false claim that he was oppressed because he wants a Khalistan. When he got caught, an Indian politician who was a former food processing minister with the Modi government, then they split after the farm laws.
Hmm.
Harsimrat Kaur Badal does a video in Punjabi where she requests the government of India to save the same guy. Hang on, how can you be oppressed and then saved by the same
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
You see how fraudulent that is.
Yeah.
But how do we deal with these things? Because we don't criticize our own.
Hmm.
There's a very famous Urdu Punjabi saying where कुछ शहर के लोग भी ज़ालिम थे, कुछ हमें भी मरने का शौक था. As in, yes, the society had a problem, but we were also inflicting
Mm.
some wounds on ourselves.
Okay.
Like the Operation Olympics with. I am 100% with you. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Now, recently, we also had this case where BAPS just gave, BAPS is in New Jersey, gave a new statement. 4 years that case went on about that imaginary discrimination that they were doing. They came out scot free. But that doesn't mean then there was this some Gujarati fellow who was doing some fake immigration scams and then he got caught. Now, how do we deal with it as a community? How do we with all of this rubbish?
I think whatever happens to them happens to them. I don't think you need to. So it's funny. Is Fareed Zakaria, who I think is seen as a fairly left wing person, was on our Flagrant podcast,
Mhm.
and he said America's been too lenient with asylum seeking. It was like this loophole that Biden just kind of allowed to get exploited,
I
and that is a
agree.
big problem for immigration. So if America closed that, that would be good. I don't think that guy should be let off if he killed 3 people. Whatever happens, happens. You move to America, now you're part of the American justice system. That is, and I'm not even saying it rudely. That's just that's what comes with being here. This is the justice system. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. If you're on camera making an illegal U-turn that kills 3 people, you're probably gonna be proven guilty. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. I don't think we need to go out of our way to say people that we know are guilty. Um, there was one other thing you brought up that, I don't remember what it was, but,
So you don't think the rise of the suddenly gay people is an accident?
yeah. I don't fully believe it's an accident. There's a lot of people who probably were gay, but and didn't talk about it, but they're not coming here.
The amount of Indian homos suddenly on paper.
Yeah, so I think whatever kind of happens to them, and I just that to me, that's how you deal with it. I don't, like, feel the need to save that guy because he looks like me. If he fucked up, he fucked up. I don't know, maybe I'm being too
No,
thoughtful about it,
see,
or
but
I'm too
this is
whatever.
how
What the
I would respond to it too. But my problem is that I have often maintained this, that the consequences of silence in many occasions, and when you speak up about the worst issues, can
Yeah,
have consequences as a community,
yeah,
because we live in the real world.
mhm, yeah,
All this individualism and people often talk about it. It's all good on paper, but eventually human beings are tribal.
yeah,
Our psychology is tribal.
mhm,
And then they don't understand that, they will look at that guy and they'll like, oh, these turban wearing people.
mhm,
No, boss, turban wearing people are good, good people.
mhm,
And that's what worries me every single day, that eventually there is a tsunami coming towards our community over here. And I think we also have a very important role to play in it, which we have not. This is my view. I could be wrong, and I'm happy to be corrected. But I see a lot of problems in the community. I think the biggest mistake that our community did was never reach out to people like you.
mhm,
All these, activist organizations, they
yeah,
never reached out to people
no,
like you.
no,
They would have a problem with people because, oh, Akash gali deta hai, kind of a thing. I'm
yeah,
like, मैं जो गाली देता तो क्या हो गया,
yeah,
kind of a thing.
yeah,
But the I think they just did not make the right investments as a community. Secondly, they did not even educate people. Like, they did not reach out to you, nor did they bother to educate you.
mhm,
So you just ended up living just like any other American. And I think every community deserves the right spokesperson, because I repeat, like it or not, you live in a tribal world.
mhm,
You cannot get over your tribal identity as much as you think you can.
mhm,
I think you have a very very idealistic view of the world, where who cares,
yeah.
because and eventually it will all come back to bite the community, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think to me somehow that's more fatalistic, and I don't think that's gonna happen, but I've kind of scoffed at everything that ended up being true. I was like, Trump is not gonna be some complete fascist that's gonna control the guy. I was like, come on, guys, we're being a little dramatic here. And I've been wrong. So maybe it will happen. I don't know that it's going to, because it seems like it just exists online in these extremist fringe groups. But maybe, yeah, maybe I don't know. And that's something I guess I can't wrap my mind around it right now, so I don't have a good answer. But
Fair enough.
I to me, yeah, if we continue to invest in ourselves and love ourselves and uplift ourselves as much as we can, that not that that will take care of everything, but that's the most important step right now. And I think part of loving ourselves would be not needing to overcompensate. If a guy breaks the law and kills 3 people, all right,